Welcome back, my friends. April 13th, 2019, 8:20 p.m. All right, I have you on the public service weather outlook chart, and this is a chart basically that highlights your severe weather within a specific area. I have a more detailed chart pulled up because after what happened in Texas and what's going on in Texas, we need more detail here because of the counties. A lot of people are in a very, very rough situation at this hour right now. Texas, especially this place called Franklin, Texas, there's a lot of talk going on. A big tornado hit that area. I believe there are deaths involved with this. I believe it was 2 children, unfortunately, that I have heard of thus far. Right now, at this hour, as far as info we have, it's powerful storms with tornadoes are hitting the south. We all knew this. A large and dangerous tornado caused significant damage to Franklin, Texas. There have been reports of injuries, downed trees, flipped trailers, and damaged homes in the town of Franklin. 2 tornadoes hit near Alto. These were within 90 minutes of each other. In fact, I remember I was watching the charts when these were going on. I wish I had screen capped that, but on so we go. More than 150,000 customers were without power in Texas. Some of that power has been restored, but this whole system now, guys, is moving its way across Louisiana, and now Louisiana is dealing with the power outages. So I had Texas pulled up here. We'll backtrack and we'll check out Louisiana at the moment. This is usually pretty good at being updated on time. You could see Vernon County has major power outages going on. It looks like just basically the west side of Louisiana at this point, and then if you cut across the middle as that cone of uncertainty, I believe, shows you right here. So you can kind of see how this directional path is going to go. It's going to start making its northern movement. It's going to weaken as it moves north due to the cooler weather up into the northern states, but not before it will produce a lot of very bad situations before it goes. Let's just put it that way. Taking a look again at Franklin, Texas. Now, again, these are the power outages so far. State outages as of right now is just over 34,000. If we go back to Texas, we can actually see the number there, 66,000 now. So it was over 130, and now we're back to 66. Relatively fast. That wasn't bad, but you can tell how this side of Texas is the area without the power, being that the storm is leaving that area. So, yes, this is not a storm that it should be taken lightly or has been taken lightly, because the second this thing took off, we have had nothing but people posting videos of funnel clouds, on the ground tornadoes, massive hail, flipped over cars, all sorts of stuff. And if you look back a couple hours here on this chart, guys, you can see almost exactly when that tornado took place between Dallas and Houston, I believe. Houston and Dallas and Franklin, right in the middle there, would be right around there is when that took place, around the 16 or 1700 hour of UTC time. And then now at frame 200, you could see most of the mass of the storm is over Mississippi rather than Los Angeles, or not Los Angeles, Louisiana, LA. Sorry, guys. But the reason that Louisiana is still in this cone of uncertainty is because it's not the storm itself. Not that it's not a strong storm. It is a very strong storm, but it's the spin-offs that cause the tornadoes. The tornadoes are usually caused by the straight line winds. When you get a storm cell that's going straight or beelining in an area, you tend to see a tornado turn off that. That's what happened in the case in Franklin. The storm was moving, and a tornado branched off the edge of the front, and it caused that tornado there. And since then, there's been many more. So as far as stats go, I'm going to take a look at that now. Well, not so much stats, but more some news. But you could see here just post after post after post after post of the damage done in Franklin, Texas. As early as 13 minutes ago, some of these were posted. Large dangerous tornado hits the south, dozens injured. Yes, there are injuries all over the place because of this situation, and unfortunately, it's not over yet, guys. part of this storm may get worse than what we saw even in Texas, in parts of Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama included. So this thing has plenty of energy, and that is why this storm is what it is. It's because of the energy that it's got with it. It's got everything going for it. It's got the upflow from the Gulf, the west to east trade wind, and then it's got that natural flow when storms want to basically meet in ground zero. This one was more of a southern dip, and then they want to turn up into the east coast unless we have some sort of outside pressure or the jet stream itself bowing down at that time, which it doesn't look like it will, and it'll push it out into this area. So this will turn into a rain event for the Northeast, possibly even tornadoes. We talked about this yesterday. So right now, tornado threat is in this red area right here. I know I have the county by county chart pulled up for more specifics. This would be the chart you want to go to, guys. This is weather.gov, and you can literally click on each of these counties. These are all counties within the state, and it'll bring you more detailed information on that exact spot. But you see the burgundy colors there. You simply come down, flash flood warning. The yellows are all tornado warnings, so you can see those are all now moving into Mississippi itself. This is even further south in Mississippi if you want to get real technical with it. These yellows should actually be down in this area, in my opinion, as well. So this is just a chart you can check basically anytime you want. But for more accurate information, you want to stick with your local radio, especially when you're in the heart of this type of storm system. This right here is a very similar chart. This is telling you where the significant storms are. Now, again, these are not just tornadoes, guys. This is a very, very big weather system. So even without the tornadoes themselves, we're talking winds of, let's get to Ventu Sky, well over 50 miles an hour. We got 65-mile-an-hour gusts in Oklahoma. Some of these said 70. We're pushing tropical force winds in some of these areas. And then you kind of see how it's got a counterclockwise feel to it. And you can see the flow coming up from the Gulf. You got the west-east trade wind. We got all sorts of winds. Everything is in prime condition for this to happen, and that's why people are focusing on it so much. It's not every day you see a storm of this size come together and produce what it has been producing. The high-pressure systems here, you can see, are kind of flattening it out and keeping it more of a Gulf storm, and then you could see it almost plays out its path for it. Not that it's going to do exactly this, but this is what is expected to happen. The brunt of the damage or the brunt of the severity of the storm is going to be in this area and then slowly moving up into here. Like I said last night, Tennessee, Kentucky are not out of this yet. Even South and North Carolina, including North Georgia. We just don't know yet because you don't know where these things are going to follow. These lines you can almost consider highways. Not that they're highways you drive on, but highways for weather. When you have a high pressure, it's going to force it down. When you have a low pressure system, that's what this is here. It's going to be affected by these high pressure lines, basically like the jet stream. It's being pressed down into this area, and then when you have upflow coming from the Gulf, you get a huge mess, and that is exactly what's happening now. Over here on Tropical Tidbits, not much has changed since the run from last night. In fact, I'll pause it and backtrack it, and you can see that they are a day ahead right now. So in order to see what's happening on the ground right now, I would have to go back. That's why I had those other charts up for you. But as of Sunday the 14th, so you see where the main part of this system is going to be to the northern part of Louisiana, just under Arkansas, and then up and through Arkansas. That would be Sunday, and then right there, that's what's concerning to me because that's not showing on these other charts, and that was part of why I wanted to make this video. They have this outlined here as heavy rain / flash flood possibilities, which is true. That is very true because you can see this thing wants to shoot up towards the Great Lakes, but tornado-wise, for those of you that are interested in that part of it, the tornadoes are often on the sides of these big cells. Yes, of course you can get these tornadoes inside there. Tornadoes are very hard to predict. You can look at the atmospheric conditions and kind of assess a percentage, and that's why we get these sorts of charts. Now, this is going to be part one of probably 2, maybe 3 videos on this event because of just the sheer magnitude of it, but Really quick, I just wanted to show you this lightning chart once again, and you can see how now everything has been shifted to the east now. The main concern would be that southeast point of Louisiana, up through Mississippi, and yes, this is including Arkansas as well. Guys, we gotta stay on top of this big time. You can see this line here. That is the sundown line. That means things are getting dark. It is super dark in the Northeast, obviously, but dealing with these situations in the dark is many, many, many more times more difficult to deal with than during the day, let alone this type of weather to begin with. So that's the update for now. I know this one drug on a little bit, but I will have more detailed, accurate stuff coming up as far as these individual places and those of you that may be in the path of this in the near future, because this thing is not done yet, guys. Stay safe, please. I will be back shortly. And of course, AKA my love, Type X, Caroline, thank you so much for these tabs and the info. A lot of this stuff is very, very important to get out to people. So please, everyone, be safe. Back soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.